Welcome back to the SNH podcast. My name is Giovanni, and I am a freshman at Southern New Hampshire University. I am majoring in data analytics with a minor in STEM project management. And we get to go over week 1 and week 2 of this is the IT-100. This is fundamentals of information technology. I just needed to get the wording. Okay, so first we always start off with our grades. So right now, as you can see, I'm holding down an A inside of that class, and I want to talk a couple of things about like what we did in the week. So week 1, as you can see, there are going to be a couple of things. The check of your knowledge is basically like a 10 question quiz that goes through, and he basically quizzes you first to see what you know, to prime you for what you're going to read, and then in this case, the activities that you were going to have. We went through in week 1 and we did this post. And you guys, if you've been following me through this journey, then my posts are usually very animated, very much like me. And they're very visual. So when I got ready to do my post and the discussion, this was on computer interaction. And there were a couple of things that were really great about this, a couple of things that I thought that were very different. So this is my post, and I was talking about specifically like AI. And so I went through just various different ways, and throughout the course, I was very surprised by the number of people that reached out to me outside of what I put here in the classwork. So that was the discussion post. You're basically talking about human computer interaction. And so one of the posts I thought was really good is a lady was talking about Peloton and how Peloton instructors and the bikes and the treads and the user interface and how we as humans would interact with that. I thought it was a great post. She did a really good job. Now, going back to the outside of this post, you have the quiz, the check your knowledge quiz. You have this post. And then you have this introductions to systems thinking. That is basically a project that you're going to turn in, going over. You're going to be using Visio in this class. So that's one thing. Like if you have a Mac, I believe I had to find a different version of doing that. So I didn't use Visio to do mine, but you have to do these like schemes. And I can show you guys in a minute here what I did for my classwork. Let me just log into my server real quick and get in and show you. So for this class, I just did like this kind of layout, and he basically told me, hey, in the paper, you did a good job of generalizing these. You have to come out with questions. You have to go through, and in mine, this is the scheme I'm talking about. So you have to actually use this. And I use a software called Lucid. So if you have a Mac and you're in the class, that might be something that you think about. I didn't use Visio, so you could use Lucid in there. And so outside of that was the first week. The second week, again, we had another quiz. And then last night, I just finished up on the constructing the computer system. Again, on the constructing the computer system, we had to go through and we had to do a couple of things. So we had to, one, you've got to use this template that is supplied. And basically what you're doing is you're going in and you're saying that there is he gives you these 3 different options, like a gamer, someone who is like an office setting, and it gives you a price range that these people have to spend on equipment. And then you have to go through and say, who's your client? What are you using? So in my case, I use Best Buy. I did a gamer. And so it's kind of dear to my heart there. But anyway, I did a gamer, went through, and you put the system together. And then at the end, you have to do this summary. And so the gamer has a $2,500 budget. So I just spent most of the budget with the exception of $150. And I left that so that the person could either buy a Mac or a new gaming desk or taxes, whichever one. That really is, and this hasn't been graded, as you guys could, of course, see, that hasn't been graded yet. So there's not anything, there's no grade inside of here yet. But I expect that this will be a high grade as well. I don't see that being an issue. But that is really all that has been happening in this class. There is a considerable amount of reading that you're going to have to do if you don't have any type of understanding of computers. And so we are in module 3 now. What I've been trying to do is put these out as quickly as I can when I get done with putting my classwork out. But for you guys who just said, just put the information out. I was trying to make sure it was curated and visual and all of that stuff. But you just asked for the information. I'll just give you module 2 just to let you see the information that you'll have inside of there. So you do have, like I said, the check knowledge portion, but you do have quite a bit of reading. And this is where, just so you know, this is where he's going to take you through a resource of like how you're going to get. One of the things I thought was really interesting is Active Directory, because I have like experience with Active Directory, but the reading was really good. So when you get in there, take a look at that. But that's really all that you guys have. It's not really a very difficult class. It's a 200 level class. So if you have experience with computers, I don't see this being a major issue for you. So you should be able to go through this class and kind of breeze through it rather quickly. But I do encourage you to do the reading. And that's really it for this week. Okay. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen and to comment and to reply and just let me know what you guys like. I appreciate that because it lets me know what you want me to do for you. And so please, if this is something that someone who might be interested in going into data analytics and they're considering going to SNHU, you can send them my way by hitting the like button and just letting them know or forwarding this to them. I'll be happy to give them any information that I can. And I'll see you guys soon. All right. Bye.